Today I'm going to show you how to crochet this basket with t-shirt yarn. Let's get started. With a US M13 or 9mm hook, I am going to begin my little basket. I like to use a magic circle. If you don't prefer that, you can chain 3 and connect the ends together. If you'd like to learn how to do a magic circle, I will link it up above. And to begin, I'm going to do 10 half double crochets into the center of the circle. Now I've got my 10 half double crochets. I'm going to pull the tail not all the way closed, but enough to where I can close the round with a slip stitch. So I'm going to find, this is the magic circle chain 1, so I'm going to skip that and go into the first half double crochet and slip stitch to close the circle. And now I can pull that circle all the way closed in the center. And you might have to pull pretty hard because this t-shirt yarn is bulky. For round 2, I'll chain 1. And I'm going to do 2 half double crochets in each stitch all the way around for a total of 20 half double crochets, and I'll start right here where my chain 1 is. 1 and 2, and in the next one, 1 and 2, and continue all the way around. I've got my 20 half double crochets, and be careful not to mistake this slip stitch as a stitch. And if you want to make sure your center doesn't keep opening up, you can go ahead and weave that end in so that it will stay. And to close round 2, we're going to slip stitch into the first half double crochet. For round 3, we'll begin with chain 1, and we're going to alternate 1 half double crochet and 2 half double crochets in each stitch all the way around for a total of 30 half double crochets. So I will do 1 in the same space as my chain 1, and then do 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. To close round 3, we'll do a slip stitch as normal into the first half double crochet. And now the bottom of our basket is complete. So I'm going to flip my basket over and chain 1. And now we are going to half double crochet into the front loop only of each stitch all the way around. Just 1 in each stitch. So starting in the one that the chain 1 is in, I'm going to insert my hook just into the back loop or the front loop. And then again. I've done 1 half double crochet in each stitch around for a total of 30. And to close, I am going to slip stitch into the first half double crochet. So you should have an edge to your basket on the bottom, and your stitches should be stacking up. You could stop here to have a really cute shallow jewelry dish. I just used 1 t-shirt to make this, but if you want to continue on, then we are going to keep going to make the basket sides taller, and we can continue until we have the height of basket that we like by doing 1 half double crochet in each stitch around, slip stitch the round close, chain 1, and continue on. I've reached the end of my yarn ball, and now I'm going to add in a new one without any knots. It's just like doing a color change. So I'm going to begin like I'm doing a regular half double crochet, but before I pull through my last loop, I'm going to take the new yarn, loop it over my hook, and pull it through all 3 loops. And then I'll take these tails and weave those in later. But now I can continue on with my new yarn. And now I'm going to add some handles to this guy. So I'll begin with a chain 1 and a half double crochet. I'm going to half double crochet in the first 5 stitches. I've got half double crochets in the first 5 stitches, and now I'm going to chain 10. I'm going to skip the next 5 stitches, and in the very next one I will slip stitch this chain back to the basket. So it should look like that. Now in the very same stitch as my slip stitch, I'm going to half double crochet, and then I'm going to half double crochet in the next 9 stitches, so 10 half double crochets total. All right, I've got my 10 half double crochets, and now I'm going to chain 10 again. Skip 5. In the next one, I'm going to do a slip stitch, making sure that that chain doesn't get twisted. And then half double crochet in the next 5 stitches, including the one that my slip stitch is in. And then close the round with a slip stitch. For this last and final round, I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work. So I'm going to work in the opposite direction now. And in the same space as my chain 1, I'm going to do a slip stitch. And then I will continue to do a slip stitch in the next 5 stitches. Now when I get to my chain, I like to slip stitch into the back bumps of the chain. So the front of the chain looks like this, and the back looks like this. I'm going to place my hook under this little middle bump and do a slip stitch. And do that into each of the chains. If you want your border to be completely seamless, instead of doing that last slip stitch closing, you can pull your hook out after this slip stitch in the final half double crochet and thread your needle. And then I'm going to take my needle and place it up under only the back loop of this slip stitch and pull it through. And then back into the front loop only of the slip stitch right next to it. So I've just created like a faux slip stitch connecting them together, and you can barely tell where the border ends. And there you have it.